I'd like to start this week with a question. Which of the 50 states has experienced the highest storm surge related to a tropical system so far this hurricane season? The answer might surprise you. It's Alaska. Let me explain. Last week, a Western Pacific typhoon named Merbok transitioned into a powerful post-tropical storm that headed northeast into the Bering Sea, where it set a 21st century record there for the lowest pressure in September. 27.7 inches of mercury, off the scale on most home barometers. This map, courtesy of the National Data Buoy Center, shows the location of buoys in the North Pacific. The center of the storm passed very close to this one in the central Bering Sea. Here's the significant wave height measured there since last Friday. Significant wave height is the average of the tallest 1/3 of the waves. So the peak, which here is about 52 feet, is likely much less than the tallest individual waves. The wind at that time at the buoy gusted above 65 knots, which is hurricane force. Here's the Weather Service's analysis of maximum wind gust. The maroon in the Bering Sea is 80 miles per hour or higher associated with the storm. Meanwhile, about 1,000 miles north in Nome, on the western Alaska coast, the water rose to its highest level in nearly 50 years, 10.5 feet above low tide level. This is the storm surge I referred to earlier. Damage from flooding and wind stretched north to south across 1,000 miles of western Alaska, particularly in locations with south-facing coastlines. Water even covered parts of the runway at the Nome airport. Now, as a forecaster, I'm fascinated by how a tropical system moving into higher latitudes affects the larger scale atmospheric pattern. And this was a big storm. Here's what it would have looked like had it been over the lower 48 states. It would have stretched from Utah to Michigan, from Idaho to Missouri. That huge circulation literally pulled a ribbon of moisture out of the tropics well into the higher latitudes. The moisture content in this ribbon similar to what you might find, for example, in South Carolina this time of year. And those southerly winds brought unusually mild air as well. Let me show you how that started a domino effect that eventually trickled into the lower 48. All the warm air moving poleward on the east side of the storm caused the jet stream to bulge northward toward Alaska. And much like creating a wavy pattern when you shake a rope tied to a tree, in turn, the jet stream dipped south downstream of that ridge, creating a trough off the west coast of the United States. And that brought unusual rain to Northern California Sunday and Monday. And in response to that trough, another mild bulge in the jet stream formed over the central U.S. In fact, probably some record highs today from Oklahoma to Mississippi. That Alaska storm surge may not be the season's highest for long. The tropical Atlantic is coming alive. More on the possibilities in our extended forecast next.